down to the wire. I think I'm a minute late, you guys. I'm sorry. It has been a hell of a week, and it's been a hell of a day. There we go. Put that there. Oh my God. What a week. Oh. All right. Clean my hands real quick. Hey, what's up, Jay? How you doing? Oh man, it's been a hell of a week. I caught the wrong end of an angle grinder this week at work, and it's not fun. That's not fun. I don't recommend doing that. Oh, good gracious. Can't seem to get you guys. There we go. And I still got paint all over my hands from work this week. Good gracious. It's less paint than there was, I guess. It's all dried at least. Holy shit, you guys, I got so much to get done today. I always say that. I feel like it's going to take a while, but we're going to find out. I've got a custom... I can get my gloves. I got a custom fight stick we're going to tongue oil. He wanted the drawstring out the bottom with a nunchaku style drill, so I did that. Got some Uwara, got a Bronze Age style sword waster we're going to do. Got some rosewood daggers. I got one more one-of-a-kind rosewood stake. I got the last of the limited edition stakes, a couple Maori daggers. I got a Purple Heart Uwara, a Vampire Hunter sword we got a stain. I got a little ninja sword working on. I'm going to try this. Try to do it similarly to what I did to the Leonardo sword, but smaller. And see how that goes. And, oh yeah, and I got to touch up the Leonardo swords. So, oh, that reminds me. I got to move the Leonardo swords. Hang on a sec. I forgot the Leonardo swords were still in the drying room. And I do not want them in the drying room right now because I'm getting ready to move everything to the drying room. Actually, let me move these out of the way. Oof is right, my friend. Oof. It was not fun. It was, and honestly, when it happened, I kind of had a moment. Holy shit, you guys, just realized I forgot to put my mic on. Oh, well, we're not using the mic this time. I bought the mic, and I keep forgetting to use it. But yeah, I was grinding down the rust on a trailer with a wire brush on an angle grinder, and a piece of the metal that was fairly rusted. It had rusted all the way through. I didn't realize it. I went through the metal. It bounced back and caught the back of my hand. But I'll be all right. It's a little tender, but I'm alive. What's a little skin, right? It does make putting gloves on a little more painful, but it's all right. That's tender. But the good news about skin is I hear it grows back, so it should go back. Hey, what's up, Ronnie? How you doing? All right. Let's get this party started, people. So I gotta oil the holes in this bad boy first. And this one is going to get a little bit of a bath here. He wanted a lot of tongue oil on his, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to give this thing a hell of a bath and pray. That can't be good for me. It's got tongue oil in my mouth. That's probably not a great thing. All right. And then wipe this bad boy down. that's the first of its. It's going to get 2 tongue oil applications after this soak. And then Monday, this will go off to the customer. This used to be a style of baton that they used, I guess, in the Army. I think it was Army MPs that used it. And he's, the customer is using an old training manual, and he wanted a stick that fit the dimensions of the stick in the training manual. So that's what I made for him. All right, put this bad boy up. Woohoo! I am tired, you guys. Summer has come to Florida so fast. It was cold just a couple weeks ago, and now it's freaking hot. And these are hickory pocket Yawara. I decided I'm going to do a little experiment. I usually sell my Yawara separately. I don't usually sell them in sets, but I'm going to make a little, kind of like a sample pack of Yawara and sell them all together with 2 hickory pocket Yawara, 1 purple heart pocket Yawara, and one of my shop's signature taper Yawara, and see how that does. Am I painting or oiling? I am doing all of those. I am oiling, staining, and painting today. So yeah, we're doing it all today. Say hi to Mr. Bike. Where am I from? I am from nowhere, really. I was born in a little town called Yukon, Oklahoma, but I haven't been there in quite a long time. I'm from the United States. If you're asking country. Hey, welcome. Welcome from Kazakhstan. All right, let me put this bad boy up. You guys, I gotta tell you, I know we switched to Friday stainings from Saturday stainings, and I do like having my Saturdays back. But holy crap, doing this on Fridays after doing a full work day is... After I've been out in the sun all day. Well, I wasn't out in the sun all day. I got to work on a staircase. It was indoors, but it was in a condo that was did not have AC really going, so it was a warm day. All right. That one's done. This is my shop's style of palm stick or Yawara. I don't know of any other shop that sells this design because I created this design. It tapers in the center so that when you squeeze it, it pulls it into your palm. Gives you a much more secure grip in addition to the cotton cord in the center. So you can do some band damage with it. And if you're wondering how old I am, I still say band damage. That's how old I am. All right, now we got this is a Bronze Age style waster. Really, the only thing that makes it a Bronze Age style waster is the fact that it's shaped like a Bronze Age, the handle is shaped like a Bronze Age style sword. Not all that different from a regular short sword waster aside from the handle. All of my wasters and bokken, for those of you who are new, that I sell in my shop are guaranteed not to break under normal use for up to a year. If they're made out of Kamaru, they are guaranteed not to break for up to 5 years. If they do break, I replace them free of charge. All you have to do is contact me, say, hey, it broke, it shouldn't have broken. Send me a photo so I can figure out why or how it broke. Because I want to know if it was a mistake I made in the wood grain configuration or if it's a design flaw. And in the last 3 years, I've only had 2 breaks. So actually, I guess it's 4 years now almost. Yeah, I guess it is 4 years. Good gracious, it's been 4 years. It's been going by fast. Whoop. I gotta get my stuff out of the way here. I'm getting tongue oil on things I don't want tongue oil on. Luckily, it looks like I only got the handle, and the handle's gonna get wrapped anyway on that. All right, I got these rosewood daggers. These were just some cut off pieces of rosewood that, I don't know, I hate throwing wood away, and they were a little too big to sell as wood cut off, so I made a couple of small daggers out of them. I don't know. Not sure how I feel about them. I don't know that they came out all that great. They're pretty simple. Well, this one is anyway. This one looks like a prison shank. I guess prison shank's not all that bad. At least it's good for the stabby. This one's a little nicer. This one, I did a triangular, kind of a bladed tip design. The handle is going to get wrapped on this one on Sunday for my Sunday live stream on Sunday morning. I go live on Sunday mornings at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time here in the U.S. for my Sunday finishing work live stream, where I finish all the stuff that you see me oiling and painting and staining. So all this stuff's going to get handle wrapped. Well, most of it's going to get handle wrapped. All right, this bad boy up. We should place bets on how many times I'm going to say, let me put this bad boy up. I feel like we should have a counter at the bottom of the screen or something. All right. And I made another rosewood stake. This one came out really nice. It's an octagonal cut. Not perfectly octagonal, but it looks fairly nice. It doesn't show up great on camera, but if you look close, you can see that it has an octagonal cut that meets into the tip. I have all this rosewood, and I've made a bunch of big stuff out of it, but I'm down to smaller pieces, and a lot of the pieces make perfect vampire stakes. This one, unfortunately, this piece, like I said, it's reclaimed wood. It does have a couple of nails in it, but they don't really show up that well. And it doesn't hurt the beauty of it at all. All right. That one's done. And you guys, I am so happy that I just finished the very last of the limited edition stakes for the limited edition series for my shop for 2026. I was going to make 13. I finally decided 10 was enough because I got sick of making them, to be honest. But 10, there are 10. 2 of them have already sold, so there are 8 left in the series for this year. Once they sell, I will never make this design of stake out of this wood ever again. This is the only time I will make this stake design and this wood combination. It comes with a certificate of authenticity. I sell them in the order that I made them, so you'll get a serial number on the certificate that tells you where in the series your stake was made. So 1 and 2 have already sold, but 3 through 10 are still available. And if I sell out of my 2026 series, I've never done a second run, but I might do a second run this year. I don't know. We'll see. If I sell out of them before the spooky season gets here, I usually only do this during spooky season, but this year I decided to do it a little sooner. But if I sell out of this run, I will make a different type of stake possibly, and do another limited edition run for spooky season. We'll see. Depends on whether they sell out before then. All right, guys, one sec. Let me put this one up. And then also made a couple of Maori daggers out of ipe. Really nice wood. These Maori daggers, I originally made one of these as a custom order. I didn't think they would be that popular, so I didn't really make very many. If I had a cutoff that worked, I would make another one and sell it. But they seem to sell fairly often, so decided I would try making a few more. This is a wooden dagger that was used by the Tongan and Maori tribes. It's very good for the stabby. It has kind of a leaf-tipped blade. These work very well. I personally, when it comes to Polynesian stabbies, I'm a big fan of the pahoa. That's my favorite. But these Maori ones tend to sell better for some reason. I mean, it's a much better design for the stabby. It's not as durable of a design as the pahoa, which is a Hawaiian Polynesian design. And I have pahoa up on the shop already. I've made quite a few of those. But these are museum replicas. They're replicas of items that are in museums. I get orders, custom orders for those every now and then. Someone sees a weapon they saw in a museum and they're like, hey, I would like to own that, but don't really want to steal a museum piece. So I make one for them. And way cheaper. All right, woot woot. One more thing to tongue oil, and we are done with the tongue oil, folks. Luckily, the tongue oiling doesn't take too long. Let's see, I think I can get through this last piece with this rag. I got, this last piece is Purple Heart. This is going to sell with the other Yawara that I tongue oiled earlier. Purple Heart's a really beautiful wood. I love it. One thing about Purple Heart, I've had a few customers, they receive their Purple Heart items. I make different items out of Purple Heart Yawara. I make Rudis Gladius swords out of it, like trophy swords. And I've had a few clients, they receive it and they go, well, you know, it doesn't look purple. I would expect it to be purple. It's Purple Heart. Well, Purple Heart, if you leave it in the dark, it will lose its color. So if you order something that's Purple Heart and it comes to you and it doesn't look purple anymore, put it out in the sun for a few hours. It'll get its purple color back. Short Speaker, thank you. Hi, is that who I am now, Vampire Dagger Builder? I'll take it. I am indeed the Vampire Dagger Builder. All right, that is the last of our tongue oil stuff. Let me take these gloves off. We're gonna have to switch up. Oh my God, that hurts. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I'm gonna whine every time I have to take gloves on and off because I had an angle grinder bounce back on me and rip off the skin from the back of my hand earlier this week. And it was not fun. It did not feel good. It's made gloving up a little more painful, for sure. All right. Whew. All right, so next we're going to stain up this Vampire Hunter sword here. Unfortunately, I dropped some tongue oil on it, but I think it'll be all right. Give me one sec. I forgot my catch-all for the stayed. Ah, there it is. Alright. Here's my can opener. Oh, hey, thanks, Twitter I appreciate that. Love you too. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me on a Friday afternoon while I do a bunch of boring shit. Well, Sundays are a little more interesting. My Sunday live streams are at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time here in the U.S., where I finish up all of my work for the week. Try to get that over that without ripping the skin off. And that's where I finish everything up. I've got all this stuff back here is getting finished. I've got some things I got to cord wrap. I got a pair of Ninja Hambo I'm going to cord wrap. I got to cord wrap this Vampire Hunter sword. I'm going to finish assembling this ninja sword. I'm going to paint it today. Oh, and I forgot a stir stick too, guys. I'm forgetting everything today. Good God. I was a minute late to the live stream, forgetting stuff. You guys should just unfollow me now. All right, Friday is definitely the best day. Friday the 13th, best day of the month. Best day of the month. Super lucky. Super lucky day. I also forgot I'm going to need one of these artist brushes when I do those Leonardo Katana. That's going to be interesting because I'm going to have to use my respirator for that. I've never done that during a live stream before, so we'll see how that works out. So what I figure is I will do the touch-up, because I have to use spray paint to do the touch-up. I will do the touch-up with my respirator on, and then I will move you guys outside to end the live stream. We'll go to my office, my extremely, extremely messy office. Kobo Killer Dagger. Virginia Oak. Is that red oak? I don't know. What's Virginia oak? Alrighty then. Here we go. Yeah, it's funny. You know, people don't really think about wood for like actual like combat ready stabbies, but depending on the wood and the design, works very well. This here is, I call these Vampire Hunter swords. I make these from cutoffs when I make machete wasters, and the cutoffs for the machete wasters work really well for this design, so that way I don't waste the cutoffs. I hate wasting wood. So these get sanded up and stained, and the handles get wrapped. I've got a few different lengths of these up on the shop right now. I think I've got a set of 2 that I did last week for sale right now. Speaking of sales, on the shop on eBay, everything is 20% off in March. March is usually my biggest sale of the year just because it's early bird season for people doing conventions for cosplay. And also, I hardly ever sell anything in January and February. My shop's not exactly super popular for Valentine's Day. Not a lot of people are buying weapons for Valentine's Day. So in March, I do my biggest sale. 20% off is about the most I do. So if there's something in my shop you've been wanting, but have been waiting for the price to get it to its lowest point, now's the time. Everything in my shop is as cheap as it's going to get, and most likely, in a month or so, I'm going to have to raise prices again because due to wars and tariffs and all this other stuff, all of my materials are getting more expensive, and will probably continue to get more expensive as the cost of fuel goes up. Southern Live Oak, we have that here in Florida as well. Matter of fact, I've made quite a bit of stuff out of Southern Live Oak. We had a huge one behind our house when Hurricane Ian hit, and it got destroyed. And I cut that tree up and used every bit of wood I could salvage from it. The thing was humongous. It took me about a month to get that entire tree disassembled, and the unusable parts were dragged out to the road. Then I had to pay somebody about $600 to come get the trunk because I couldn't get the trunk out. That was the last part. I just couldn't do it. Couldn't get it out. One sec, guys. Let me go grab a hammer. Hammer time. All right. Somebody call Tank Tolman. I got a hammer. All right. Whew. Let's see. What should I do first? I'm going to do this acrylic first. This is another custom order. Give me one sec. I got to put something down real quick. Give me just a second. Shit. Oh, there it is. Oh. I don't want to risk getting anything on this. Give me a sec to get all my stuff moved. You guys can tell I planned this out very well. All right. This is another custom order for a client. They wanted a pair of I'm calling them Plants vs. Zombies daggers, but I'm not entirely sure that's what they are. But when I searched for the examples they sent, that's what came up. So, but they want me to paint this green. They're going to do some additional painting after they receive it. So they're using acrylic. So we're using acrylic. Hey, Jose, welcome, man. Happy Spooky Friday. What's up? But yeah, Southern Live Oak's good stuff. It's all over here in Florida. If it's not a palm tree or a banyan tree, it's usually a Southern Live Oak. There's a lot of them out here. Oh yeah, let me go get my paint palette. I'm not sure where I put it. And by paint palette, I mean the lid to a to-go order container. That's my paint palette. Oh, gracious. There's a lot of people for a Friday standing. I don't normally have a lot of people show up for this one. But I appreciate you. Appreciate all of you showing up. Helping me be a little less bored. Because I tell you what, guys, I am fucking tired. Tired! Matter of fact, let me go get a chair. I'm freaking tired, you guys. One sec, let me get my stool here. My super fancy schmancy folding stool. Let's see. Yeah, any oak really is good for weapons. Red oak, white oak, Southern Live Oak, all good stuff. But yeah, I actually made quite a few Yawara and a few melee weapons out of the Southern Live Oak that I salvaged from that tree. It was good stuff. So like I said, this client wanted acrylic paint because she's going to do some painting on it. I probably should have gone with like just straight up latex house paint, to be honest, to do this instead of the Liquitex. It probably would have covered it better, but it's too late. I already made the decision. Liquitex is fine. So it's gonna get a coat on one side, and then probably later this weekend it will get painted on the other side. And then it will get a second coat. All right. So you guys, if you're new, what I am doing here, once you finish painting and you've got all of your paint covered on the wood, you always kind of want to run your brush across with very little pressure to just kind of remove your start and stop points. You can't really get rid of the brush strokes. Gravity will do that for the most part. But running your brush from one end to the other, very light pressure, will help to remove any start and stop points. I just learned that probably a few months ago, probably about 6 months ago. But it works really well. Highly recommend. All right, now I got to move this. So let me move it. And then I'm going to get the other one. Be right back. And then this is its sister. So the sister needs a second coat. So we're gonna give it one. I probably should have put gloves on, but I didn't. That's okay. We're gonna stick with this terrible choice that I have made. It's not like I don't already have paint all over my hands, so. One sec. Hello? Living here? Huh. 1 second. Oh, is it back on? All right, cool. Excellent. Not sure what happened there. So anyway, apparently that was the prosecutor for Collin County, Texas. I just got the voicemail on my watch. Apparently, so I was visiting my son in the summer, last summer. I usually go and spend a month there with him in the summertime. And I stopped a sexual assault while I was there. And apparently I need to come to Texas to be a witness, which is great. I didn't think that was going to happen, but well. If they need a witness, they need a witness. So, anyway, let me go put this up. So yeah, so it looks like I'm going to have to go to Texas to testify against some SA piece of shit. And he had a girl pinned in his car and was not letting her go and was trying to pull her top off. It was not a good thing. I probably shouldn't talk about it, but anyway. Yeah, I guess I did fix it. I don't know what I did. I don't know how I fixed it, but apparently I did. Not sure. Not sure why the mic turned off. I have no clue how that happened. Not sure why. It probably had something to do with the phone call that came through. So anyway, so yeah, that was weird. Was not what I was expecting today. Friday the 13th, everybody. All right, let me clean this bad boy off. There we go. Sorry about the sound issues, everybody. Okay, Shozy. So my phone rang. That's what messed up my mic because I'm on my phone right now doing this live stream, and it apparently was the prosecutor in Collin County, Texas, where my son lives. I was there visiting my son last summer, and I witnessed a sexual assault in progress, and I stopped it, and apparently I have to go to Texas to be a witness in court against the guy that did it. So that's what happened. That's what you missed. God, my life's so fucking weird. Anyway, so yeah, that's what's going down. That's what you missed, Shozy. And now I got one last thing to do here. I got to paint the blade on this little mini ninja sword. So let me show you guys what I'm going to do with this one. So this one's going to have a silver blade. It's going to have a blue Suba and a blue end cap. And it's going to have black paracord. So I made my first set of Leonardo prop katana last week. And I still had some plastic left over. So I figured I would see if I can make a small version of it. So that we're gonna do this, and then I gotta put my respirator on, which it won't matter if the sound is on for that because you won't be able to hear me. And then we're gonna do some yellow touch-ups on the Suba for the Leonardo katana, so that I can ship that off to the guy that's waiting for it. Yeah, I know. You know, the paperwork is the hard part. I don't know if I'm hoping I won't have to actually go to Texas for this. I mean, I love going to Texas to visit my son and everything, but it's not really in my budget to go to Texas right now. So, but if I get subpoenaed, I don't think I'm going to have a choice. Oh, that's that rubber band effect on the back of my hand right now where I got hit with that angle grinder is not happy. But yeah, sorry about the sound issues, everybody. I'm glad that we're back. So we're going to do one side of this blade today. And then I'll do the other side probably later this weekend. And hopefully this will be ready to assemble on Sunday. I'm not sure if it will. I may come, if I can get into the shop tomorrow. I wasn't planning to come into the shop tomorrow because I don't want to. But I may come like early in the morning to just do a little bit of painting. And then I'm going to do a whole lot of nothing the rest of the day. Yeah, I probably will. I'm sure that's what she's probably calling to talk to me about. So I'll call her back after I'm done doing this. You guys are so much more important than my legal obligations, you know? Which, it's weird. You know, they asked for my info back when it happened, and I never really thought there would be any follow-up. But it was yeah, it was a bad scene. All right, I gotta stir up this aluminum paint. Man, this stuff separates like crazy. All right. When you first open this aluminum paint, it's like black because all the aluminum stuff sinks to the bottom. But yeah, I'm sure they have a way to do that these days. I'm hoping I won't have to actually go to Texas. And if I do, maybe they'll like pay for me to go to Texas. I don't know. But either way, if I have to be there, I have to be there. I'm going either way, you know. I'm not going to puss out on the paperwork after dealing with all that crap. I was going to meet my son and his mom at a pool, and shit went crazy in the parking lot. It was a little nuts. So it wasn't the city of Collin, it was Collin County, Texas, that was calling. Come on. All right. See if I can do this one without overloading my brush or shedding a bunch of bristles onto it. Because that is the downside to using cheap chip brushes, is that they do shed like a mofo. All right. And this is enamel. And a little bit of this goes a long way, unlike with the acrylic. There we go again. The cut side of this PVC is very porous. So you really got to make sure you get into the pores, or it kind of ruins that metal effect. All right. Well, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. And there we go. A man of action. Well, dude, so like I was in the Marines for about 5 years, and there were a lot of times where I was in places where I had to watch bad things happen to people, and I was not allowed to do anything about those bad things. And I told myself when I got out that I would never do that again. And I even have a tattoo to remind me. It says, "The evil we must fear is the indifference of good men." I have that tattoo to remind me that I'm not allowed to turn a blind eye when I see shit like that happening. I don't want to be involved. Trust me. I would far rather not have to be involved in anything. I would far rather just be able to go and live my life and not be involved in weird shit. I like to make weird shit. I don't like to be involved in weird shit. Especially not violent weird shit. I hate violence. I can't stand it. I don't like it. I'm kind of good at it, but I don't like it. If I had to never, ever, ever again deal with something like this, I will die a happy man. All right. Now we got our last little thing to do here. It has been a minute since I've had to do this, so it's gonna be, I'm gonna have to go quiet because I'm gonna be wearing a respirator for this, but I will explain what I'm gonna do before I do that. So this is spray paint enamel, and I had to use plumber's putty to put the Suba in place, but it kind of ruins the paint. It sticks out a lot. So I still have some of the spray paint that I used to paint the end caps and the Suba on those katana. So what I will do is, after I finish shaking this up, I will spray some of it into this little plastic container here, and then I will take an artist brush and just brush over those. It's not going to be perfect, but it will make it less noticeable. Should probably get a brush. Trying to decide what brush to go with. All right, we'll use this one. I don't want a big one. I just need a little tiny brush. Kitty Genovesa. Yes, absolutely. Kitty Genovesa did it. She stabbed to death while everyone stood around and watched it happen. That was a long time ago. Very long time ago. You're crying about something else? Yeah, that was, I think, you know, I don't blame people though. You know, I think people are afraid to get involved sometimes, and especially in the world we live in now. You know, I think people are afraid they'll do the wrong thing and that wrong thing will end up on camera and it'll end up on the internet, and then they'll have to live with that wrong thing forever. But I don't know. You just kind of have to take the risk sometimes. Always make sure you shake your spray paint. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. Where the hell's my respirator? Oh shit. Hang on, guys. I left my respirator in the other room. I'll be right back. Forgot I had to do this. I left it in my work bag. All right. Yeah, I know, and that's the thing. You know, sometimes that happens, and I understand when people, you know, some people have too much to lose. I get that. I have things to lose, and it's you know, when I was younger, I was far more willing to get involved in situations like that. I'm less willing these days, but that one, she was screaming for help. I couldn't. Like, there was just nothing I couldn't walk away. Like, there was no one else around. There was no one else that was going to help her. So, you know, my son was there that day, and it set a good example for him. So, it was a good thing in my opinion. Hey, what's up, James? Welcome, man. Welcome back. Good to have you. I'm getting ready to touch up the suba on these Leonardo swords. I got to put my respirator on. Now I'm going to go back here, spray the inside of this, and then we're going to see if this still works. I've never done it with this yellow before, so we're going to see. Oh, shit. Oh, sorry about that. Oh. All right. So you guys, that is it. Welcome to my office, by the way. My extremely messy office with all my weird shit. So that was it for this week. I am going to take off this apron. Oh my God, everything hurts today. I may come back in the morning to do that. I'm not sure the touch-ups on those Subo were really even worth doing though. That gray plumber's putty just doesn't really take paint as well, and I didn't really think to prime it. So I think it's gonna be fine though. I've already sent pictures to the guy that they're for. He's already thrilled with them. I just wanted that one little detail to get fixed, but sometimes you just gotta call it good. So that's it. So, you know what? You guys hardly ever see my office. So here's where I keep all the weird shit, by the way, that I make. It's all over here. Yes, this is my office space. This is my inventory room. This is where all the weird shit that I make gets stored on this very cheap plastic bookcase that I bought at Home Depot. Or was it Lowe's? I don't know. I bought it somewhere. But yes, this is where all of my steaks... well, here, I'll take you guys off of here. So yeah, that's all of my, these are the rubber sai that I use when I make prop sai. Uwara and stabs are on the top. More Uwara and steaks, mostly steaks on the third shelf, all steaks on the bottom shelf. And then all of the boken and wasters are all on the bottom so that it doesn't fall over. So I'll put all the heavy stuff on the bottom. But yes, and this is my shipping area, my very well organized shipping area. As you can see, I have a very organized way of managing how I use my boxes for shipping. You know, like it's hard to see, but there's a system. There's a system to it. No, there's no system. There's no system. It's just me digging through boxes until I find one that fits whatever the person bought. So anyway, yeah, this is where I keep all my stuff. The baseball bats, they do have a system. That's my baseball bat holder where I keep all of the different weird ass baseball bats that I make. Anyway, if you guys want to see anything over here, let me know. If not, I am probably going to call it a day. Believe it or not, I actually have a whole day off tomorrow, which is why I'm hesitant to come into the shop in the morning, because I would like to sleep in a little bit. I have a haircut appointment at 8 a.m. because this is driving me nuts. The sides, I hate when the sides of my hair get long enough to grab. It's a Marine Corps thing. So I'm going to go in the morning and get all this shaved off. Not the mohawk part, just the sides. I'm going to get that shaved off. And then chaos theory indeed. I need to revamp the system a bit, Josie. I might start by actually having a system. that might be step one to revamping my system, is to actually have a system. I do actually. This shelf right here is probably my most organized shelf. That's where my envelopes are. So yeah, my envelope shelf. There is actually a system to the envelope shelf. Everything else, no system. Yeah, I know. I'm not on schedule. I have the day off, and I don't really have anything I have to do. I could come in and do a little painting, but I don't know if I'm going to. I don't have anything that I need to paint that can't wait a week. So, I'll come in Sunday though. I'll be here Sunday morning, at 7:30 a.m. Eastern time for Sunday finishing work, where we're gonna finish all the stuff I was doing in there. And that should be fun. We're gonna find out if the holes that I drilled in the bottom of that baton will actually work or not, because I did a test run with string to make sure that all the holes lined up properly, and they do, but I haven't tried it with paracord yet. So we're gonna find out on Sunday if that baton is going to actually, if the wrist loop string is actually going to go through it the way I hope it does. We're going to find out. And we're going to cord wrap all the daggers and most of the stakes. We're going to cord wrap the ends of some Ninja Hombo, and it's going to be a good time. So if you're around Sunday morning at 7:30 a.m. and you have nothing better to do with your time, please come hang out with me while I do Sunday finishing work. But that is it for me for Friday staining, you guys. I am out of here. Thank you, as always, for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. Really, seriously, I know, like, I just hit 500 subscribers, which I know doesn't sound like much, and it's not. But holy shit, I had 50 subscribers a year ago, so I really appreciate everyone who comes and hangs out with me on live stream. And everyone who subscribes and likes, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I'll see y'all on Sunday. I'm out.